Good morning, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to our morning meditation. Let's all raise our kundalini together and put ourselves in bandhan.
Buongiorno e benvenuti alla nostra meditazione mattutina. Ci alziamo tutti insieme alla kundalini e ci diamo 7 bandhan.
Divine Mother, we have come together to worship you, to express our heartfelt love and gratitude for all the loving care and attention with which you have guided, protected, and inspired us always.
Madre Divina, ci siamo riuniti per adorarti, per esprimere il nostro sincero amore e gratitudine per tutte le amorevoli cure e l'attenzione con cui ci hai sempre guidato, protetto e ispirato.
We humbly ask you to bless us with your presence in this meditation.
Ti chiediamo umilmente di benedirci con la tua presenza in questa meditazione.
May we all be worthy of enjoying the peace, love, and blissful vibrations that we feel when we are one with you, beloved Mother.
Che tutti noi possiamo essere degni di gioire della pace, dell'amore e delle vibrazioni di beatitudine che sentiamo quando siamo uno con te, amata Madre.
With our attention on Muladhara Chakra, let's say together the Sri Ganesha Mantra.
Con l'attenzione sul Muladhara Chakra, diciamo insieme il mantra Sri Ganesha.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Sri Ganesha, please establish your wisdom, humility, and innocence in us, and remove all obstacles that prevent us from going deeper in our meditation.
Sri Ganesha, per favore stabilizza in noi la tua saggezza, umiltà e innocenza e rimuovi tutti gli ostacoli che ci impediscono di andare più a fondo nella nostra meditazione.
Please be our guide and sustain us in our ascent.
Per favore sii la nostra guida e sostienici nella nostra ascesa.
May our Kundalini rise unimpeded and take us to our Divine Mother's lotus feet in Sahasrara.
Possa la nostra Kundalini salire senza ostacoli e portarci ai piedi di loto della nostra Divina Madre nel Sahasrara.
With our attention on our Nabhi chakra, let's say the mantra to Sri Lakshmi Vishnu.
Mettiamo l'attenzione sul Nabhi Chakra e diciamo il mantra Sri Lakshmi Vishnu.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let us massage our Nabhi chakra for a few minutes and try to feel the divine qualities of peace, satisfaction, balance, dignity, and generosity inside of us.
Ora massaggiamo per alcuni minuti il nostro nabi, cercando di percepire dentro di noi le divine qualità di questo chakra. La pace, la soddisfazione, l'equilibrio, la dignità e la generosità.
When we have felt these qualities in ourselves, we will all pray individually to the divine, that these qualities may be enlightened in the whole of mankind, so that the whole world may be as one, in peace.
Quando abbiamo sentito queste qualità in noi stessi, preghiamo tutti individualmente il divino, affinché queste stesse qualità possano essere illuminate in tutta l'umanità, in modo che il mondo intero possa essere uno, in pace.
We are going to read some extracts from Mother's talk at Sri Vishnu Puja in Paris in 1994.
Leggeremo alcuni estratti del discorso di Madre in occasione di Sri Vishnu Puja a Parigi nel 1994.
Mother said, "In human beings, there are 10 valencies. And these 10 valencies are created by Sri Vishnu within us. They are protected, looked after and nourished by Sri Vishnu.
Shri Mataji ha detto, negli esseri umani vi sono 10 valenze e queste 10 valenze sono create in noi da Sri Vishnu. Esse sono protette, sorvegliate e nutrite da Sri Vishnu.
Whenever he finds human beings falling down in their Dharma, he takes his birth on this earth.
E ogni qualvolta egli vede che fra gli esseri umani vi è una decadenza del Dharma, egli si incarna su questa terra.
Ultimately, he is the Virata. At that stage, this Vishnu principle divides into two. One goes to Virat, another to Viratangana.
Allo stadio finale egli è il Virata. A questo stadio il principio di Vishnu si divide in due. Uno va al Virata, l'altro a Viratangana.
But the third principle is Mahavishnu, which incarnated as Jesus Christ.
Il terzo principio invece è quello che voi chiamate Mahavishnu, incarnatosi come Signore Gesù Cristo.
The Virat is the principle in which you can see that the message of inner Dharma is spreading all over the world. You are to be completely identified with this.
Il Virata è il principio grazie al quale potete rendervi conto che il messaggio del Dharma interiore si sta diffondendo in tutto il mondo. Dovete identificarvi completamente con questo.
You were made a person who was dharmic, but this principle of Dharma has been ruined by human beings.
Grazie a questi principi si diventava dharmici, ma come vi rendete conto siete sconcertati da come il principio del Dharma sia stato distrutto dagli esseri umani.
Dharma is within, and that is why this Vishnu principle is to be awakened within yourself. And this principle then expands in many ways.
Il Dharma è interiore. Ecco perché il principio di Vishnu deve essere risvegliato in voi. E questo principio poi si espande in molte direzioni.
Vishnu is the one who cures. We call him a Danvantari, a doctor. He is the one who cures because he is our preserver. He is the preserver of human beings.
Vishnu è colui che cura, è chiamato Danvantari, cioè il medico. Egli cura poiché è il nostro protettore, è colui che preserva gli esseri umani.
So if he preserves your Dharma, then you don't get sick. And if you get sick, it is Vishnu who will preserve, who will cure you. He is the one who is Danvantari, a doctor.
Se lui preserva il vostro Dharma, non vi ammalerete. E se vi ammalerete, sarà Vishnu a proteggervi, a curarvi. Egli è colui che possiamo chiamare Danvantari, il medico.
With our right hand on our nabhi and our attention on Mother's photograph, let us humbly ask Sri Danvantari, the one who cures because he is our preserver, to take care of all seekers and Sahaja yogis who are sick or injured and suffering at this time.
Con la mano destra sul Nabi e l'attenzione sulla fotografia di madre, chiediamo umilmente a Sri Danvantari, colui che guarisce perché è il nostro protettore, di prendersi cura di tutti i ricercatori e Sahaja yogis che sono malati, feriti e soffrono in questo momento.
Then Let us put our attention on all the innocent people we know of who need his help at the present time, and ask him to save, preserve, and cure them.
Quindi poniamo la nostra attenzione su tutte le persone innocenti che sappiamo aver bisogno del suo aiuto e chiediamogli per favore di salvarli, di proteggerle, di preservarle, curarle.
Let us say the mantra to Sri Danvantari. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Danvantari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In her talk at Sri Vishnu Puja, Sri Mataji said that ultimately he, Sri Vishnu, is the Virata.
Nel suo discorso a Sri Vishnu Puja, Sri Mataji ha detto che in definitiva lui, Sri Vishnu, è il Virata.
The Virata is the High Lord, the power of creation and nourishment, the absolute cosmic being of the universe. He is Sri Krishna, above the level of the Agnya Chakra, whose Shakti is Viratangana.
Il Virata è il Signore Supremo, il potere della creazione e del sostentamento, l'essere cosmico assoluto dell'universo. È Sri Krishna al di sopra del livello dell'Agnya Chakra, la cui Shakti è Viratangana.
We are going to watch an extract from Sri Mataji's talk at a Virata Puja in America in 1989.
Vedremo ora un estratto dal discorso di Sri Mataji a Virata Puja in America nel 1989.
Today we have decided to have a puja of Virata in the land of Sri Krishna. As you know, in the growth of Sri Vishnu's manifestation, he comes into 10 incarnations. And ultimately, he manifests himself as Virat. Virat is the brain of the being which can call as God Almighty. So the whole central nervous system is worked through by Sri Krishna as Vishnu, then all these incarnations, then Sri Krishna, and ultimately as Virat. This is the development of our brain. And when we are worshipping Virat, we have to know that within us also we have got the manifestation of this power of Virat. That manifestation which we have, we can call it as Virat if Sri Krishna is Mahavirata. You all know about Virat much more than I can tell you today, because is the whole, is the totality. And the totality of everything, if that is Virat, then that is in your brain. But reality is in your heart. So the totality you may see, you may witness. The reality is the subtlety behind it. So the brain which is not ruled by the heart, which is not nourished by the heart, is a very dangerous thing, because it creates extroversion, and such a person who is without any heart tries to do things, becomes very ruthless and can be very dangerous. It could be the other way also within us. That if we allow our heart to rule us, only live with our emotions and not to use our rationality, then we can become really very dangerous people to ourselves. In the sense, we become lethargic, we become indulgent into wrong sort of things. And today what one feels that in America there is more dominance of the left side than of the right. Right side is our attention. And the right side of attention is, we can say, is the liver of God Almighty. So now when we have to talk of the totality, when we are part and parcel of the totality, and now we are awakened to that existence of ours as the part and parcel of the whole, then we have to realize to become the whole, we have to do something about it. Especially in the land of Sri Krishna, we have to work out this tremendous task of creating Viratas out of Sahajogis. After going through the various experiences of American Sahaja Yoga, I have reached a conclusion that we have to talk more frankly about things than we have been talking before. Why there is such a failure of Sahaja Yoga in this great country while there are so many seekers. The main point is that we do not realize that the left side is overpowering this country very much. There are people who are active, but the percentage is very low. Because of too much of affluence, too much of freedom, the idea of what's wrong in anything People are going towards shamelessness, immoral life, self-indulgent. And this self-indulgence, to protect that, people always develop a kind of an ego which has no dynamism in it. So now the problem lies with Sahaja Yogis, not with Sahaja Yoga as such. When you see that the land is not so fertile, and here you have to work very hard, the responsibility of all the Sahaja Yogis in America is to go deep. You can see wherever the land is not fertile, the trees go very deep down. They dig very deep into the Mother Earth for the sap to be sucked in, and the same way they grow very high, because the strength of their deepening gives them this great height. So they grow very tall, and also they are very deep. In the same way, the Sahaja Yogis of America have to work out, because here it's so much superficiality and so much of frivolousness, and also no meaning to their lives. They have no meanings at all, and they are just frittering away their lives with all nonsensical ideas about their emotions and their love and all those things. So what we need today are Sahaja Yogis who are right-sided, those who will produce results, those who will be dynamic. They don't have to worry that somebody is right-sided and he'll become right-sided. Actually, that is what is needed today. Unless and until you have people who are dynamic, we cannot work it out. It's a reaction in this country as well as in England, in many countries who dominated other people. Like you see in this place, which was actually originally belonged to some tribes of Indians, and the English, the Spanish, and all these Europeans came, killed them and occupied here. It's a highway robbery, absolutely a highway robbery, because of their arrogance and their aggressiveness. They could not see that they were doing such a horrible thing. I mean, why call any names of Hitler? They are even worse than Hitler, because at least Hitler was taken to task, he was condemned, and people know that it was a mistake. But what about those who came all the way from there and killed so many people here, and nicely having a very nice time everywhere as great Americans, and now they are trying to show off everywhere? Actually, it's such a sinful thing that is done, that all these souls which have died, I think, have possessed them. And now today, America is on the left-hand side. The right-hand side of Americans is finished now. They are on the left-hand side, guilty, feeling guilty, they are taking to indulgences. Once you go to the right side, see, you are very disciplined, and you become very ascetic by temperament, I should say, and you want to dominate others and you want to capture. But today the situation of England and America is just the same. In England, the same thing I find with Sahaja Yogis. They are just lovey-dovey types, you see, and all they love me and love me and love me. And I just don't understand. What's this going on? They all love me and they'll bring flowers for me. Finished. Is this the way we are going to work out Sahaja Yoga in that England and in this America? Mother, I love you very much, so what? So to become one part and parcel of the whole, a drop has to become the ocean. You have to become great people. You have to be responsible. And this lovey-dovey business that you have has to go out of your mind completely, otherwise Sahaja Yoga cannot work out in these two countries, and you'll be cursed one after another. There are shocks after shocks that are coming to this country as well as to England. But people are not learning any lessons from them. Still, it is all right, we get this disease. All right, then we glorify it. If we are suffering from ecological difference, still we are glorified. If we are using too much of machinery out of balance, still we are glorified. Because they just want self-indulgence. Just for self-indulgence, they don't want to see the point that what is going wrong with this country is that they do not see anything that is reality. And the reality, though it is in the heart, though it works in the heart, it has to act. This has to act. And if it does not act, this kind of a passive behavior is not going to help you. Now, at this old age of mine, I'm traveling from places to places. And I'm doing so much. Now let us think about it. What have we done for Sahaja? Those who see you as sometimes as just some APs with disheveled hairs and something, that kind of a thing. This is the report I have from people who came to your centers and things like that. They're a set of CPs, you see, just like that. So the first thing a Sahaja Yogi has to do, has to make up something of his personality. In America is very important. They are studying, they are out of job, they are doing this, that. That sort of people are not going to help Sahaja Yoga at all. There will be liabilities on Sahaja Yoga. If you really want to do something, you have to become something. You have to study, you have to become something, you have to have some sort of a degree, diploma, something attached to you, have to mean something. Hippies cannot run Sahaja Yoga in America. They may run better in India, but not here. So one has to realize that what has gone wrong with us is that we are now following a very subtle way of the same trends that we have taken. After realization, open the door. After realization, we think that we are realized souls, that we have become yogis now, that we are realized souls. But one should see that we have become realized souls, no doubt. But whatever bindings we had before coming to Sahaja Yoga have become subtler. They have not expressed themselves as lights. Just we believe that we are Sahaja Yogis. We believe that we have vibrations. And also we can feel the vibrations. But still, we have not reached that state where we have become the totality. We have to still grow. And if you are settled down with your vibrations and thinking that you are all right, you are sadly mistaken. Whatever were our conditionings before coming to Sahaja Yoga, say you were a hippie. So the enlightenment has come, but then the idea of this love business is there. Supposing you were a businessman, so the enlightenment has come to you and you think that mother should help you in your business. That's what it is. Supposing now, if you were unmarried and you are married in Sahaja Yoga, then you want that your marriage should be successful in Sahaja Yoga. If there has been a problem in your health or something like that, then you have become a settler person that you think, I ask help from mother for that. But we do not think that what have we contributed to Sahaja Yoga. We had certain things which we thought were wrong, maybe that, But in Sahaja Yoga, we do not see those things are with us, still continuing with us. To become Virata, we have to really examine ourselves without any anger, malice, or anything, but see for ourselves. I know people who are small-minded, who have jealousies, and their jealousies continue. Supposing there's a good musician, they'll not appreciate if the other person is a musician. He will not appreciate, he will not encourage that person that really, I am a musician, he is also a musician, let me help him. So the small-mindedness that existed before still becomes in a glorified way. The person will think that, all right, I'm a musician and I sing very well and I'm singing Mother's praise. But anybody else who is singing will not be appreciated to that extent, as you should expect that you are a part and parcel of the whole. This hand, if it feels hurt, the another hand immediately helps it. In the whole body, you see, the system is so totally connected. As soon as you eat food, the digestive system starts working. But we should watch ourselves. If you have to become deeper, we have to watch ourselves, where are we lacking? Now, how does a tree grow? I have told you many times the story that there's a little cell at the end of the root, and it knows. And it knows one purpose, that it has to become a tree. So it goes round, it sees a boulder or something, stone, goes round it, doesn't fight it. Because ultimately what we have to achieve is to become the tree. So we have to keep that in view, that we have to become the tree and not some sort of a small little frog here and there croaking about Sahaja Yoga. No, that's not going to work out. And this is what I find also very true about people in, say, England, same thing. The leaders are fighting, the leaders are trying to find out ways and methods how to improve the quality of Sahaja Yogis. But it's the Sahaja Yogis who have to know that the responsibility is theirs. They have to grow, they have to become Viratas.
Let us say together the 5 holy mantras of the Virata.
Diremo insieme i 5 sacri mantra del Virata.
Sri Lakshmi Kubera Virata Sakshat.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Kubera Virata Sakshat Shri Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Shri Brahmadeva Vitala Virata Sakshat.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahmadeva Vithala Virata Sakshat Shri Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Shri Vishnu Maya Virata Sakshat.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Virata Sakshat Shri Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Shri Vitala Virata Sakshat.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vithala Virata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Shri Nirananda.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirananda Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now we will continue with silent meditation. Ora potremo continuare la meditazione con un po' di musica e poi con il silenzio. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.